I want to talk to you about, we're going to move on, but I want to talk to you about leadership. How many feel that's a relevant topic for a soccer game? Yeah? Would you say so? But it will go way beyond soccer as well. When we finish today, I'm sure you'll have a perspective on that as well. Can somebody define it for me? What is leadership? Anybody?
Taking the initiative.
Okay. Initiative. Anything else? Fine. Yeah. Okay. Good. Example. Yeah. Responsibility. Good. I think we're getting a good picture of it. Yeah. Instructive. All right. Any other thoughts? These are all good. I appreciate the participation and the insight. And all of these are defining what leadership looks like. I'm going to throw a word up here. Influence. More than anything else, leadership is influence. It's influencing somebody else, a group of people, to act in a certain way, move in a certain direction, do something. All right. So I'm going to show you a couple of videos real quick, and we'll see if these replicate any of it.
If you've learned a lot about leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement from start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore. It's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. So it takes guts to be the first follower. You stand out, you break ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has gone well. Now it's not a lone nut, and it's not two nuts. 3 is a crowd, and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers, because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'll be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. So let's recap what we've learned. If you are a version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. Be public, be easy to follow. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is over-glorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, because that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
That makes sense.
All right. Can we hit the lights? We hit the lights real quick. Let me go back to, what's the, how do I get back to the,
Oh, to the screen.
we're good here. So let's break that down. All right, let's break the first one down. What hit you on that? What were your thoughts? Pretty interesting? Pretty incredible. The guy, when you're watching in the beginning, you're kind of going, what a freak, right? He's out there dancing on his own, looks a little bit silly. Yeah, were you thinking that? Like, what is Coach showing us? Right? What is it? And the dancing wasn't even very good. Was it? It was pretty poor. That third guy coming in especially. He was just bad. So tell me your thoughts on that. What did you gain from it? What did you learn? Some of the perspective. Anything.
The first follower is important.
Yes, for sure. I mean, that message came loud and clear. Is there needs to be a guy that's leading, but the first guy that follows. How powerful is that? Because again, it turns, like he said, somebody that's just a little bit different and strange into a leader because now somebody's joined you. Now, here's a question for you. Here's a question for you. How difficult in your society, your age where you are right now, to be that first guy? How hard is that? Huh? Really hard. Why? Tell me why. Why is that so hard?
People critique you on it.
Ooh.
Fear of rejection.
Wow. Judgment? Big time. Big time. You separate yourself. You guys, we're living in a society where what happens is this, is that we all want to stay many times in this pack. We go to school, show up at on our team, and it's important that we look alike. We talk alike, right? So that we're accepted within that group. As soon as you become a little bit different, what happens? Criticism, judgment, critique. And then, once it happens is you expose yourself. Once you expose yourself and you're out there, you better be prepared. Because in your society especially. Now what happens is, and then one of the dangers is that in our society we don't celebrate difference a whole lot, do we? What happens if we're different? Well, in schools now they're calling it things like bullying, especially at a younger age. Somebody's different, we ostracize them, talk about them. But the reality is our difference is our significance. Could you imagine we were all identical? What a boring world that would be. Thank goodness, thank God that we're all different. But understand this, it is your difference that is your significance. And that should be celebrated, not cursed and criticized. So give that guy credit, first of all. He was like, man, I'm doing it, don't care. I'm enjoying the music, I'm feeling it, I'm letting it go. and somebody else joins him. And that was good, because a second guy joining becomes very powerful. What was you were going to say something back there?
I was just going to say it's a whole lot easier to be a follower than a leader.
It is. It is. But again, that first follower is critical. That's tough, because now you align yourself up. How many people were sitting down watching that guy? A lot. A lot. Now you got one guy stepping up and saying, you know what, he looks like he's having some fun. I'm going to join him. And now it makes it somewhat acceptable. And then the third one comes, and now, like they said, it looks a little bit like a party. And now masses of people come follow, and now you're better off what? Not sitting down, because if you're sitting down, now you're looking like one of those ones that are saying, hey, how come you're not joining us? That movement is so powerful, but it starts with somebody to have the courage and the strength to stand up and separate themselves. One of the things I want to talk to you about today is having that courage, having that strength, and having that fortitude. All right, to stand up and do it. Do you know some people that have that strength and fortitude? Anybody that has had that strength and fortitude to lead? Public figures, sports figures, anybody? Anybody? Anybody you can think of? Yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King? Yeah, we'll put him up. Who else?
Gandhi.
Gandhi. Another strong figure. Yeah. Any other good leaders? Powerful, strong, separate themselves, being different.
Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah. Good one. When you look at and you count leadership as how many followers, there's no better. Quite honestly, there's no better. Of how many Christians there are in the world from one person coming to this earth. He was the best in how he led. There's a guy in sports right now that is leading, and he leads very well, and he leads uniquely. And we're going to show you this video.
Riding a 5-game winning streak, Broncos quarterback Tim Tebow has turned Denver into a contender and critics into believers. On Sunday, Tebow aimed to prove that all he does is win in spectacular comeback fashion.
We'll put a lot of protection around me and my teammates today. When we go out there, we guarantee with everything we do and say, love you, Jesus, amen. Our God is an awesome God, from heaven above with. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Good ups? Alright, how you doing? You remember meeting you at Florida? I remember. Absolutely. You think we're gonna win today?
Yeah.
I hope so. Alright, man, you be rooting us on, alright? Let's have a great one, alright? Stick together all 60 minutes. Lights up! Lights up! Good point, man. What up, Lance Briggs? What's up, man? Hey, man, how you doing, brother? I look forward to playing you for a long time, man. I love watching you, brother. Hey, you been back to Florida anytime lately? Hey, let's just focus on getting one first down, find a way to get a first down. We'll get the motor going, alright? What is up, G-Ball? dodging around. No pressure yet. Now it's coming. Tebow running the near side. Moves it. And it's picked off. What an interception. Deep toe on the near side. Intercepted Bears. Did you get the signal? Did you actually get it? No, you did not get a signal. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Lights out. Here's Tebow in the shotgun. Protection starts to break. 2 steps up. Now it's going to run. Race the tackle.
Tebow took 2 or 3 big shots.
It's hurting more than I am.
Tebow got Decker to the right side, and Harris to his left. Tebow fake in the pocket, loads it up on the ball. Intended Harris Thomas. Thomas has it over. He stands at the 10-yard line.
Should have been a touchdown.
Did he go through his hands? Hey, guess what? You're about to go catch the game winner here in a minute. So you're good. Hey, no big deal. Just make it closer for a little bit longer, man. You're about to go catch the game winner. And then you'll be the hero of the game.
In the 4-man rush. In the pocket. Still doing 10. Bounces back. Sacks. Fumbles. Ball is bringing it to Chicago. Has it. 5:41 left. Chicago in possession of this football with a 10-point lead.
Well, we just got to do this. Side. Figure it out, man.
Up next,
Hey, we're good, guys. We always do. We'll be all right.
how will Tim Tebow keep his composure as the Broncos attempt another comeback? With less than 5 minutes left in the game, the Broncos trailed 10-0, and quarterback Tim Tebow was only 8 of 24 passing. Of all the fourth quarter deficits Denver had faced this season, this one seemed to be the most daunting.
We can't just wait for an opportunity. We got to do it now. So the Broncos come out again with 4:34 and no timeouts left. They're down 10.
Tebow in the shotgun. 4-man rush. 10 in the pocket. Starts to break down. Now scrambles straight in the pocket. First one, lands the ball, has it. Picks up 6. Block is 4-18. Denver will go back up.
Tebow shotgun set. There's Michael Crusher. Swinging it. He's going right. He's got one walk in the field. And there's territory. Right goes down. 65. 65. We're going.
You don't have to get into one play, but you got to get positive plays.
Chip in the pocket. Sets. Throws. Pass caught. Wilson's inside the 20. First down. Denver. Squatting at the 17. Clock is 2:15 counting. 3 receivers left now. Tebow's in the gun. Clock runs at 2:16. Tim steps up. He can run. Tim's at the 10. Throws. Pass caught. There's Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown Denver. Don't fall away just yet. So he will come down to an onside kick. Here we go. Matt Furter gets it. It's high in the air. The ball is bouncing around free. It's still free. And Chicago picks it up. Chicago will have possession. Realistically, you've got to navigate 40 yards in about 50 seconds and no timeouts.
Any amount of time is too much time for Tim Tebow. Right. 54, you're right.
Tebow, 7 for 7 on the last drive.
go. Tebow hits the check down wide open. This is going to be the next ball. First down, knocked down to the 40-yard line. Now hurry. Broncos get to the line of scrimmage. Hurry up and get set. Tebow kills the clock with 30 seconds to go. It's going to be Matt Prater time. This will be an attempt of 59 yards to tie the game with 8 seconds to go. Prater has it on his way. He's got plenty of distance. Tim Tebow in the first 3 quarters was 3 of 16. In the fourth quarter, he's 15 of 20. And we head into overtime tied at 10.
Okay, baby. Okay, got this good. Let's go, baby. Great job. Thanks, buddy. Listen, let's go do this thing, all right, buddy?
There's the way it's changing.
Possession in this overtime. Tebow's in the shotgun, chance on Tebow. Here's Tebow on the gun. Throw the sideline here. First down, Denver to Larry's house. Who played that remote? Who played that remote? Tebow gets the gun. Tip the pocket. He sets and throws. That's good. Caught to Larry's Thomas. At the Bears 40, first down. What a beauty. Tebow the shotgun with no man rush. 10 breaks the tape, jumps up inside from across the field. Breaks the tackle, and he's down to the 34. Matt Prater can win it. An attempt of 51 yards for the victory. Prater with plenty of leg on the way. The Broncos have won 6 consecutive games.
So, kind of does it a little bit different. Maybe criticizing who he is and what he does in his life. Would you follow him? Would you follow him? You're on the Broncos. Would you follow him? Is he a guy you follow? Yes? Yes. Why? What is it? What is it about Tim Tebow and what you just saw that you would say, hey, look, he's a guy I would follow? Perseverance. He's a fighter. Right? Before we can talk about perseverance, what is he fighting for?
It's the team to try their best the entire game.
Okay. There needs to be a purpose. With that, a direction, what we call goals. Alright, so number one, look, when we talk about leadership, we always say, hey, look, if you think you're leading, one way to know is to look behind you. If there's nobody following, you're just out for a walk. Alright? So, there has to be some direction, some purpose, a goal, a reason why. What are you doing? Where are you headed? Because look, as a follower as well, would you want to follow somebody that's just out for a walk? Or do you want to follow somebody that's heading some direction and someplace you want to go? Yes? So it's important that whoever is leading has some idea, a focus, a direction, goal. And then once they have them, how important it is that you're willing to fight for them. Perseverance. That's good. Why else? Why else would you follow? Yes?
He picks up the team when you're down, even when you're down.
Okay, he picks up the team. So what we're going to put up here is he's positive. Would you say that's accurate? How? How does he pick up the team? How?
Good comments.
Huh?
Good comments.
Words. Words. At what point did you hear him say, oh no? At what point did you hear him say, you let that go through your hands? I put it right there. I put it on the silver platter for you. What are you doing? Didn't say that, did he? Did he have a chance to? Yes. At what point did he say, oh, 2 minutes left. We don't have the ball, no timeouts. So his words. His words. The other was body language. Yes? Tell me something. Watch this. You see people, and I watch this. When you go walking from here to the Ville, or you go across campus, notice people. Tell me the difference. Watch this. Okay, difference between that and this. Watch this. Difference? Significant? Which God would you follow? Why? He's going somewhere, isn't he? He's headed somewhere. There's a guy, one of my mentors, Manny Schelscheid, German, born in Germany, raised here. I was coaching with the under-15 national team. We were on a trip, and somebody once asked him, Manny, how many languages do you speak? He says, I speak 3 languages. I speak English, German, and body language. How powerful it is, our body language. And for Tim Tebow, man, his head's up, he's walking around, smacking guys on the back, we got this, we're okay. How powerful is that? To lift other people up. We have that choice. We have the choice in our words and our actions to either lift people up or drag them down. There's a story about black crabs. These black crabs are indigenous to Hawaii, right? And they capture them and they eat them. But their story about these black crabs, they were in a bucket. They were captured, a bunch of them, just being waiting to be cooked and eaten. Milling around on top of each other, just barely surviving. When one of them looks up and he sees light. So he strains down and gets his claw over the top of it, pulls himself up over the top of the bucket, over the rim. And what does he see? He sees a beach, the ocean, he sees life. So he looks down to the rest of the crabs. He said, you wouldn't believe what's up here. It's freedom. It's life. We can get out of here. And he puts his claw down to lift the rest of them up, and the crabs reach for him, and they pull him back down into the bucket. You see, what happens in life many times is because of where we are and our poor self-image, we'd much rather drag people down to where we are so we feel better about ourselves rather than lifting them up to a better place. And how many times in our society, especially at your age, especially when somebody has separated themselves, that we want to drag them down to where our self-image is rather than praising them for who they are and their difference. As a leader, our words are so powerful and they have the ability to lift others up or drag them down. It's our choice. Our body language as well. His body language was tremendous. Tremendous. Words impeccably positive. What else? Why would you follow him?
Always kept his composure.
Composure. Very. Composure. I'm gonna throw this. Confidence. One incorporates the other. Composure. What is composure?
Keep it calm.
Keep it calm. Tell me something. Have you guys ever been in a game where you felt nervous, anxiety, like uh-oh? Your mind, like Kevin Chapman was telling us, when you're in that situation, your mind, if it's thinking of anything, is thinking of what? Negative stuff. When that happens, guess what happens to your muscles? They tighten. They tighten. Imagine this for a second. There's a plank of wood 6 inches wide, all right, and about 20 feet long. Plank of wood. You're standing on the plank of wood, and I put it up here on the stage, and at the end of this plank of wood, it's a pot of gold. And I tell you, all you have to do is walk now on the plank of wood without falling off, and if you reach the pot of gold, it's yours. How many would take that? How many would try that? Okay. Probably most everybody. Now I take the same plank of wood and we go 100 stories up. 100 stories up, we put it on one building, and the other building now is 100 stories up, 20 feet away, we put the other side on that. Between the plank of wood is 100 stories. Same pot of gold. How many would be so quick to say, oh yes, I would do that? You see, what happens is your mind now starts focusing not on the pot of gold, but the distance between the plank and the ground. And as soon as our mind starts focusing on that, what happens? We start breathing a little bit harder. Our muscles and our steps are not so easy. They're a little bit more rigid and tight. And we now no longer give ourselves the ability to do things what came naturally, just walking there. Now it's stiff, difficult, and hard. It's where our mind is. Tell me something. How come he has that composure and confidence? Why? Why is he able to maintain that?
I guess because it's faith in God.
It's his faith. For him, it's his faith in God. He proclaims that. He proclaims that. But he's got a strong faith in his own ability as well. That he's been prepared for the situation ahead of him. Do you know how hard he works? Do you know how hard he works? I've seen videos of him. He works harder than anybody in the NFL. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. When you invest that much and you work that hard, the confidence comes within to say, look, I'm prepared for this. Have you guys ever seen A Bug's Life? How many seen A Bug's Life? Probably one of my favorite movies. And for the guys that maybe haven't seen it or it's been a long time, let me tell you the beginning of it. So the beginning of the movie is the ants are walking in procession back to their home base carrying food, yeah? And it's because the grasshoppers have basically said, if you don't find us food and gather us food, we're going to come back and kill you guys, all the ants. So the ants said, we gotta make sure that we're gathering food. So they're in procession, as ants do. They file single file line back to their home base carrying the food. When what happens is this massive leaf comes down right in front of the first one. And the whole line stops. Remember that part? The beginning of the movie stops. What happens then? Yeah, one ant comes running out. One ant comes running out. And the first thing he says is what? Don't panic. Stay composed. All right? We gotta look. It's okay. How powerful is that one statement? Tim Tebow said that, didn't he? It's okay. We're all right. Look, we're gonna make it. We've been here before. And that's the second thing the ant said. The ant said, look, we're prepared for this. When you have invested enough time and energy, that faith comes from, I put time and energy in. When does anxiety come? When you go, I'm not sure if I'm prepared for this. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. Maybe I should have been out doing a little bit more work. Maybe I should have spent more time with the ball. Maybe I should have done some more fitness. And now you question whether you were even ready for it. So it's the preparedness that gives you that confidence and the composure in a tough situation. The third thing the ant said is this: go around the leaf. Go around the leaf. Keep moving. What happens is we have these challenges in life. Adversity comes and we freeze. We stop. We no longer move. Our dreams disappear. We moving towards our goals and dreams, and adversity comes, and guess what happens? Stop. Can't go any further. Look at the size of that leaf. I gotta find something else. Keep moving. Go around the leaf. Good leaders. Tim Tebow says go around the leaf. It's only down 10. We gotta keep moving. It's coming. Keep working. And then you know what? The ant also said, at least it's not like the twig of 93. 4 minutes left, we could be down 21. It's only 10. Let's be thankful for that. The challenges that you have in your lives, be thankful, because you know what? There's somebody out there that has a greater challenge. And probably is overcoming. The leaders. How do you know when it's true confidence? How do you know? Because have you known people that acted confidently? Huh? Have you known somebody that kind of has put a facade out there? Oh yeah, I'm good, it's okay, we're gonna win. Have you noticed that? Anybody, yeah? How do you know it's real? Huh? If they win, if they perform. How do you know Tim Tebow had confidence in that? What was the situation? They were down 10 with 4 minutes left. That's a tough time to be confident. If they were up 10 with 4 minutes left, would it be easy to be confident? Yes. Your confidence is tested in those times of adversity and struggle. That's how you know it's true. Because look, anybody up 3 goals late in the game, down 2 goals late in the game, and you got to find it. Are you still exuding and expressing and showing that confidence? That's where it is. For Tim Tebow, it was true confidence. It didn't waver at any point, did it? Not at any point. His language, body, words never changed. Never changed. Why else would you follow? Why else? Huh? Confidence, positive, perseverance. He definitely has a purpose. Any other reasons? Why would you follow him? What did he express there? What did he show? Anything? Yes. Compassion. Compassion. Beautiful. Caring. Caring. Now, you guys are the oldest group here in camp. You're going back to your high schools where you play high school. How many will play high school soccer? All right. Some will play club in the academy as well. But likely, I'm saying likely in a high school setting, how many of you will be on the upper end, 11th and 12th grade? Older guys. How many guys think they'll find themselves in leadership roles, or at least have responsibility? Okay. This is very important that you hear this. All right? Whether you're in a club setting, high school setting, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That unless you show and express that you have a concern for other people on your team, they don't care how much you know. There's got to be a compassion, a caring that goes on. Tebow expressed it for his teammate. Look, in a moment where he could have chastised him for missing it, he knew exactly what he was feeling. And instead of burying him, what did he do? He lifted him back up, brought him back up. He saw him as a human being first and said, look, it's okay, because you're going to get another chance. And when you get that another chance, you're going to actually be a hero because of it. It's okay. So within your team, when somebody's struggling, are you there to lift them up? Whether it's on the soccer field or off the soccer field. As a leader of the team, are you helping them become a better person? Because in the influence we have, the influence you will have as leaders is powerful. And with that, it's to lift other people up, not drag them back down into the bucket. It comes out of caring and being compassionate. Those are the best leaders. Because are there always good leaders? Is leadership always positive? Is it? So who in our history would you say we're not good leaders? Hitler. So opposite these guys, you have people like Hitler. Who else? Huh? Who else? So we have people that have influence. The question is, do you use your influence for good? Do you use your influence to help other people move in a direction that is positive? Because leadership is serving. I'll tell you a quick story. When I was first coaching, I was coaching at the university. My first head coaching job was Belmont Abbey, small school in North Carolina, and I was like 26 years old, 27. The guys I was coaching in NAIA, they weren't much younger than I was, and I was really coaching for survival. Like I didn't really understand how to be a good leader and what that role meant, and I was trying to find a way through to win games and be successful. And fortunately, I was pretty successful at Belmont Abbey that I ended up going to the University of Akron. And it wasn't until later on at the University of Akron that I found that leadership was not about me. I was coaching to try to change everybody else to have an effect on my life, so we could win games, so we could win championships. I feel better about myself, so that I can get a better job, maybe better pay. And there was a point in my career where that turned significantly. There was a moment where I understood the power of me as a coach was not about how I could get forward, but how I can help other people. So now our focus as coaches is helping other people grow and develop. When I took that turn, my career changed forever, and we've never been so successful before. For you as leaders on your team, it having the ability to take your eyes off yourself and help others. When that happens, you'll get everything you want. I promise you. All right. Now here's the other point I want you to leave with is this. I also found that the only way that I can help others is to grow myself first. The only way I can have an influence on other people is to become, and we set it up here, an example for others. Because once you separate, once you create that distance, again, you're going to be out there, you're exposed. But I had to give something back. I had to give something of myself, so I had to grow first. I had to change. I had to become something more to give something back. Your responsibility in leadership positions is to continue to grow so that you have that ability to help others. All right? It's not about you, but it is all about you. You as leaders are responsible for helping others. The only way you can help others is by growing first yourself and becoming more. All right? This country, I need to see everybody's eyes, this country needs male leaders. We need you guys to grow into leadership positions in our country. We need that. Look, your soccer team, I'm sure needs it. Our country needs it. We need you guys to continue to grow as leaders. Alex, did you want to add anything? Ross, anything as far as leadership goes? Your experience?
No, I think everything sounded good here.
David, how about you? Anything?
Coach Lolla, you're on top of it. That was excellent.